It is your boy, Black Ronin, back on at it again with another banger and fire video for y'all's out here today there, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But guys, I've got to talk to you guys today about why every young man here in America needs to get a passport ASAP. Why do I say this? Now, I don't think, guys, a lot of you guys really realize about how much opportunities there are outside of the US. Like in terms of furthering your education. Now I never been a big advocate for college, but there is places around the world such as Germany, which I'm gonna get into, that college is damn near free. And as you're a young man out here trying to make it, you understand that here in America, there are so many odds that are stacked against you literally from birth. You know, like unless you're born into a bunch of money, trying to make it out here is insane. Yeah, you can go to school and go into all this debt, but the chances of you paying all that off, getting a house, getting all this stuff, is becoming farther and farther out of reach. So us young people, we need a plan B. Now, college has never honestly been on my radar for a very, very long time. I've never been to college, and you know, I just got more of an entrepreneur type of mindset, and I've been like that for a very, very long time, even since a teenager. So, but I am considering college in most likely Germany or Australia, but Germany really caught my eye. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I personally think y'all need to get y'all passports and start looking into places like Germany and other parts of the world. Now in Germany, like college is damn near free. Like look into it, guys. It's really, really cheap and affordable. Now there is a lot that goes into it. The process is it's not a quick and straightforward process. You know, they got a very strict process in Germany, and I've been learning, you know, from a YouTuber right here. But don't just take this guy's word for it. You can definitely check out his channel. But I definitely learned a lot from this YouTuber right here, and he be spitting a lot of game on that. So I highly recommend y'all go check it out if Germany is on y'all radar. And once I found out about, okay, cool, if I can get a student visa, getting a student visa, after the student visa, I can work in my field and focus on trying to get residency, which could honestly come earlier. You know, like if I were to get married and all that stuff early, which is damn near pretty much gonna happen regardless if I go over there. So, you know, there is so much opportunity of growth, and I didn't realize how strong the Russian passport was until like I started learning. I was just like, wow. Now there is one drawback to Germany. If people are trying to go there, do your schooling over there, it is you have to learn German, which I have been looking and doing a bit of research, learning bits and pieces of how to speak German. And it's honestly not really that hard, you know, as I've been learning a little bit of it, because I ain't gonna lie, learning a different language is not really something I ever planned on doing. But at the state of America right now, hey man, take the time to learn everything that you possibly can, because we are living in honestly, our country is about to collapse at any point in time, and I don't think there is no saving it. So us young people, we already know America really don't care about us like that. So it's time for us to take matters into our own hands, get what we need to do. I mean, like get what we need and get out of here, you know, because there's opportunities that'll put us in much better positions long term, you know, like down the line, because here in the US, trying to pull that off, and then on top of that, work-life balance, you can hang that up in America. But in places like Germany and parts of Europe, parts of Africa, parts of all different places out here, you know, you can actually get a solid life and get way more than you would get here in the US. Now, going back to the drawback, learning German. German is really not that hard to learn. I've been learning bits and pieces of it, and I'm about to spit a little bit of German too for you guys real quick in a second. But when it comes down to learning German, like guys, it's way more easier than a lot of y'all think, because when I look at Spanish has always been very difficult for me, because in terms of rolling my R's has always been a big struggle, and it's just certain words that they use, and then the amount of slang that just goes into Spanish, you know, because the way like one Mexican might speak Spanish, Like on, let's say on the East Coast, you come over here to the Midwest or to the West Coast, that Spanish is gonna be pretty dang on different. And then on top of that, you got me growing up in Florida. I'm used to Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, so they got their own type of Spanish, especially the Puerto Ricans, man. They like when I was in Spanish class back in school, high school, and I was trying to learn Spanish, and then I try to, have a good conversation with my Puerto Rican friends. I was just always lost because, for one, they speak a million miles per second. That's an East Coast thing, really, but they speak hella fast. Then on top of that, the slang that goes with it, and then you got a lot of Spanglish too. So trying to dissect Spanish with the average person here is pretty tough. But out here in the Midwest, I can kind of pick it up better with the Mexicans out here. But it's a very diverse way of learning. Somebody gonna tell you, oh nah, you gotta speak it like this, on some East Coast shit. You try it out here in the Midwest, you're gonna be like, they gonna be looking at you like, hold on, run that back. But anyway, going back to German, I'm gonna spit a little bit of German for y'all, just so y'all know. So I'm gonna say real quick, bescheuert Cola. Now, what does bescheuert Cola means? So basically that means crazy money, stupid money, which is something us young people don't have, and we need to get that. So in order for us to get that, we need to get out there and get outside of our comfort zone and go somewhere like a place like Germany and heck, Australia. That's another one on my list. Made a video about that if you guys want to check it out. But we have options, us young men out here, because we really need we truly need to take our quality of life back, because the quality of life here in America, it sucks. Like, if anybody tells y'all this is the greatest country on earth, fuck no. I don't know why so many people think that. Now, don't get me wrong, I have all the respect in the world for America, born and raised here, but it's so sad to see our country decaying at such a high level. Like, it's really, really sad at how far just this country has fallen. We're more divided more than ever. And that's another thing too, guys, you're gonna notice. This is how I know America is a very messed up place to be, because whenever I talk about other countries, for the most part, it's nothing but love. Like when I was talking about Australia, like in the comment section, like there was a little bit, like just a clarification and a little bit of disagreements, but it was done in such a respectful way, to the point where I was just like, I would never come across this in America, because here in the US, you're gonna get the craziest comments, out here on social media. Not all the time, but like America is notorious for just rude and degenerate behavior. I'm not saying it don't go on in the rest of the world, but to the degree in America, not by a long shot at all. So, you'll have a lot more unity in other places around the world compared to here in America. Because let's be honest, guys, here in America, like whenever you try to build yourself up and you're just doing what you need to do, it is so looked down upon, especially as you're a strong masculine man. Hit the gym and try to go above and beyond, have a different point of view. This is the worst place to do that. Like, it really do feel like that. And then on top of that, it's gotten so bad where if you have a difference of opinion with somebody, it can turn deadly here. Like, you can get smoked for having a different set of opinions politically. So why on earth would you want to stay here, raise a family, when you have way more safer places to live? Yes, is there a lot I'm going to miss about America? 100%. Absolutely. But if I'm being honest with you, you can't even afford to really have fun out, like to really have fun here anyway. And then if you are having fun, number one, you got a lot of money. First of all, you got a lot of money and you got a lot of time on your hands. You made it as an entrepreneur. But how many people are gonna pull that off here, especially in America? When like here in America, everything is mostly geared for the corporations. They're running everything here. So why would you even want to participate in a place where you gotta literally do 1,000,001 things just to get by? That's not the worst of the world. This is a American problem, So And going back to us just being so divided, and like, guys, it is dangerous out here to have a different set of opinions. Lord have mercy. Like, what world are we living in here? Like, this is not the America I knew, that I grew up with. And some of you guys are gonna be like, oh no, we gotta fight for the country. I'm a patriot. Okay, you go ahead, Mr. Patriot, but us smart people out here, we getting up out of here. We going out here to Africa, Amsterdam, fuck it, we'll go to China just to really stun on Americans. But yeah, because hey, China really futuristic. I ain't gonna lie, like, they doing a lot of good stuff out there. Now, would that be my number one choice to move to? No, I would take Germany over China any day. But not a bad option at this point, because America has turned into a place where it's just like, bro, how on earth are you supposed to survive here? And then the stress level, work-life balance, guys. I really care about that. I care about my time more than anything. And I think so many of us Americans can agree on that. Because you can make all this money, but what good is making 100K, 200K if you have no time to do anything else? I don't want to make 2.5 million, but my health is garbage because I have to throw away all my time just to keep making big money. I don't want to do that. And then I have no time to spend it. Like, that's not a good life. Well, people are, oh, I got a roof, I got all this stuff. I'm like, us men, well, I can't speak for all men, but us men with a brain, we don't care about having all the fancy stuff. Yeah, we might have craved that when we was teenagers, but as we gotten older, we really enjoy our peace, and that's one thing America has become, a place that has no peace. So why would you want to stay here? And then on top of that, other places around the world, you're going to get a lot more paid vacations, sick days, having days off. It's not this constant work 24/7 type of lifestyle. And on top of that, if you go to a place like Germany, you're going to get freaking 35 to 40 hours, and anything over that is looked down upon in that society. Versus here in America, you're going to work your ass off 60 hours, 80 hours, and you still don't feel like you're getting by, so tell me, like, what makes sense in order to stay here? People are going to be like, what about family? Listen, I love my family, but at the end of the day, like, it's so tough to really, like, because guys, like, we all, like, growing up right here, in terms of families are so broken, including mine. Even though things are working out better with my family, over the years, but life in general is so broken here. And why on earth would you want to raise a family here when you have way better places? And you're going to get the utmost respect from anyway, and better quality food, better quality everything. That's all I'm saying. But it is your boy Black Ronin. Let me know, to all y'all young men out there, what are y'all thinking? Because I think this is our way out. I'm getting my passport first thing tomorrow, getting out there to go apply for it. But y'all take it easy.